I'm actually not happy today, and that's because I see a lot of things happening on social media. People bringing their lives to social media, and you know, it's not bad. It's I'm picking lessons from there, and that is the source of my feeling today and the source of my admonition today. When things happen and I can just back it down, you need to go and check this particular lady that I want to link her story to our talk today. I want you to go and watch our video. It should serve as a lesson. I'm not glorying in it, and I'm not happy. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I'm not happy today, because I just see bad things happening around everywhere to people. In Nigeria, the government, nobody is treating anybody right, and even the situation and the circumstances we find ourselves, things are not funny. So when things happen in your environment, the last place you want to run to is your home, is your family, and that one too is still shaking. So it's like things fall apart and the center refuses to hold. What are we going to do now? I can back it down. I can just go back to when things start forming, when you start making your own decisions. Now, before you started thinking of the person you want to marry, you were once uh, you know a single person, with your own mind, with the things you like, with the desires and things you really want to have. You had some special dreams, things you just wanted, and the way you wanted your life to play out. Then I used to remember, like, they would tell you that you should be serious with your God. Let me put it in that way. You should be serious with your God. Some people will say you should be serious with your God. Some of us in Nigeria will say, okay, maybe you should give your life to Jesus Christ. Hey, then some people will say, no, 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 me, I don't have time for all that rubbish. I don't have time to be an SU, so-called SU in quotes. And they say, okay, I don't have time to be religious. I don't have time to be too serious. I don't have time to be fanatical. I don't have time for all these church people. I'm laughing. I laugh in Yoruba because yes, you don't have time to be an SU. You don't have time to be godly. You don't have time to take your God serious. Your future is waiting for you. You will have time to nurse problem, and that is it. It is not a curse, so it is just the fact. It comes up every day, and I keep asking myself, how did I escape that? Yes, just how did I escape, you know, having headache in my home? You all have, if you have been on this page, you have listened to my story, the background where I came from. You, at least you have a little knowledge about me. And from day one, when I started understanding and getting the knowledge of some things, I knew what I wanted. I knew that I don't want to end up the way my mom ended up. I knew that I don't want to have problem in my home. I knew that I want a man that will not be beating me gbasgbos. I need a man that will treat me right. I had dreams. I want a man that will be this. I want a man that will be that. Be this, be that. Do you have your own eyes? You think you can see? You think you can see by yourself? They will say that, who is that man? You think that you are wise. If God opens, if this our eye, you can use it to see just anything good, then everybody will not be making mistakes now. If you are, God made a man so much complete, as much as he has given each man brain to think, he has given you your eyes to see, your nose to perceive, your ears to hear, and every other sense organ complete, to have the right things, the good things that you think you need to have a good life. Then should we all be making mistakes? But because there is a limitation to our perception, there is a limitation to the things we see and understand. So you need God. You need God to see the things that you cannot see, and you need God to help you get those things that naturally you won't be able to get. I came from a broken home. They usually advise people, either you are a man or you are a woman, you are a girl, you are a lady, you are a guy. They advise that you should not marry somebody from a broken home, because they tend to have a repeated story. Yeah, they tend to have, a repeated, let me say, history. Yeah, history repeats itself, and that is because they believe that what they have seen, how they've grown up, must have influenced their personalities. So people usually don't advise that you marry somebody from a broken home. How come? How did that jinx break? How was I able to get it right? Not because I am wise, not because, in fact, the person I married, my husband, I said no to him emphatically, that I don't like his personality. But I went back to God. And he was also sure, because he was sure. I was amazed at, how somebody will come with so much affirmation. And I had to also go back to God and be sure that, am I saying no to the right person? And God gave me a go ahead. That is, you can't rule it out. It is a God factor. There is problem everywhere. Now, by the time you get settled down, despite the fact that it was God who told you to go ahead in that relationship, do you think there will be no problem? Hey, either you listen to God, either you operate under God, or you don't operate under God. There is permanent problem. There is bound to be problem. So there are some things aside the God factor. There are some things that every lady should understand. I said ladies because ladies are usually at the receiving end. If there is problem in the home, it is the lady that will suffer for it. If truly you are a Christian, you know that once you make a mistake, you are bound to endure the mistake for the rest of your life. Especially when it comes to marriage, you cannot remarry unless you are a fake Christian or you don't truly understand where the Bible stands. So once you know that, once I make this mistake, I can't retrace my step, you will be careful whenever you want to make that decision in your life. So things happen. I want you to go and watch that particular lady that I mentioned, Korah Obidi. I really, I look at that lady, I watch her videos, not because of her dressing, not because of anything, just because of how she emanates strength amidst her pains, amidst her struggles, amidst awakening to reality of being in a bad marriage. In marriage, love is not enough. That a man loves you is not enough. You need to be sure that the person can handle you. They said marriage is for two people that can forgive. If you can be a permanent forgiver, you can be in a marriage. But there are still some problems. There are some struggles. There are some misunderstandings that will arise. That at first your ability to forgive will not be the first contact. Your maturity might not be the first contact, but the God-fearing factor. If you both are God-fearing, you take things slow. For somebody that is not God-fearing, the next thing they want to do is get out of the marriage. They are not even looking at how to make things work. Once the other person remarries, what happened to you? You are stuck for life. Go and watch that lady. Try to listen to what happened to her. Everything that happened to her is not her fault. How her marriage broke up is not her fault. But, the fault is the decisions, that point where we make our own decision. where we make our own decision of how to live our life. If you live your life, so you can just go and listen to, what happened to her, so that you can use it to, to see there are two sides to a coin. And whatever your life is now is a product of the decision you have made in the past, maybe far or not too far or not too long ago. So the only way you can escape heartbreak, either you are about to enter a relationship, or you are in a relationship, or you want to marry, the only way you can escape heartbreak is to have made the right decision in the place of, deciding who to marry. The person should be God-fearing. That is why you as a person, either a boy or a girl, either a guy or a lady, take your God serious. Take your God serious to escape nursing problem. And the other thing is temperament. Aside God, you check if you have high temperament. You are quick to anger. Little things, set you off. Don't marry somebody that is like you. Don't marry somebody that is like you. Yotago, show me. Don't marry somebody that is like you. Did you hear me? Don't marry somebody that is like you. But when it comes to forgiving, being outgoing, be a good giver, have a free mind, have a childlike mind, it's good. But when it's like the way you handle matters, when things are really hot, if na to die, someone like me now, when I'm hungry, I can, quickly spit it out, and a lot of times if I don't take it calm, I'm not gentle with it, I overdo, and it gets on people's nerves. So, but my husband is the opposite. Before you can get on his nerve, you must have really, you must have really gone overboard. You must have really exhausted his patience. So before he can, react. So that is it. But I didn't just wake up to meet a good man. It was God, though. That I don't want to end up like my mom. I don't want to do this thing. This is what I want. I want a God-fearing man. I want a successful man. I want a gentleman. I want a kind man. I want a this. I want a that. Ooh, everything is just dream. If God will not do it for you, you can't have it. And after God gives you that, it is still not all. You still have work to do. But when things happen, when the matters arise, you have somebody to run to, and that is God. The God that gave you that man to marry, the God that gave you that woman to marry is there for you to help you solve every matter. Even when things they are cooking up somewhere, before they come to you, it will have been resolved because of God. So, my followers, my audience, please share this video, like and subscribe so that we can also grow and you can learn more from my experience. I also learn from other people's experience, and this is just the summary of what I can bring together. If I say I'm happy now, I really mean that I am happy in my home. But what I see as the problem with other people is, number one, not taking your God serious, and number two, making the wrong decision. Don't just marry for love. Don't just marry for love. Marry for the true thing, so that you can be happy, so that you can have all that you want, all your dreams. They are embedded in one box, and that is all about God. It is God that knows everything much more than what we know, and He's the only person that has the power to give us everything that we want. I'm not here to preach to you. I'm just telling you the facts. That man is limited, we are limited, we are restricted. But that particular thing that will give you joy, it's what you want to get from God, and that is it. So I'm tired of, ladies being at the receiving end when it comes to marriage. I'm tired of seeing them. They are the ones that will take care of the children. They are the ones that will take care of the expenses, and the guy will be there philandering. Let me use that word from that movie, philandering, and just tarnishing himself, doing rubbish in the town, not taking responsibility. And the lady is there handicapped due to responsibility that somebody's left on her neck. It is not supposed to be. Lady, you are young, you are not supposed to end up the way some people have ended up. Please make the right decision. Guy, as it is for ladies, it is also for men. If you don't make the right decision, you might just regret it, and I don't want you to regret it. So go and watch the this Cora Obidi's video, know what she's going through, and pick one or two things from there. You can relate with this one, but when I just listen to her video, when I watch her video rather, I'm not happy, because she has a very good personality. She has, from what I see, she has a good personality, and I feel she does not deserve some things. But because the guy, is carefree, Oyinbo guy now, so a lot of things that we see as immoral here, they are now legalizing it over there. Is nothing, it's normal. So I'll say it's not his fault. When you give food to a good food to a goat, how do you expect the I'm not saying he's a goat, but I'm saying that when you have, no matter the quality of the person you have, if you fall into the wrong hand, you will be mismanaged. And that is the point. I hope I've been able to pass a message across to you today. Kindly share this video, like and subscribe, and let us grow together, and let us have a happy life together. And I'll see you again in my next video. Bye bye.